Hey everybody, thanks for joining us as we kick off the next series with Jen and Jaime. Speaking of Jaime, she told me to meet her in the nave so that we could kick this series off, but clearly I don't know where that is because I don't see her. I thought maybe this was the nave, like that cool purple hallway in church, but I don't know. Nave, I was trying to think of like what could I relate to the nave, like the middle of something, because your belly button is the middle of your body, so navel oranges. Clearly, I have no idea what the nave is, so I'm going to try to get a hold of, speaking of Jaime, I'm going to try to get a hold of her. Now she said sacristy. Where in the world is the sacristy? Sacristy. Well, it's got to be some part of church. It's got to be some part of this building. Sacristy. I'm going to have to write her back and be like, Jaime, I don't know. Now she says narthex. Sacristy, narthex, nave. Okay, clearly I'm gonna have to head that way because I have no idea where she is until, now she said fellowship hall. That I know where it is, so I am going to gather my stuff, head over to the fellowship hall, and we will see you soon as we kick off the next series.
All right, well, we were going to start our next series. I told Jennifer to meet me in a couple different places, and she is nowhere to be seen. So she did say she knew where the fellowship hall was. Oh, here she comes, finally.
Wow, yeah. What a goose chase you had me running around.
It's not that big of a building.
I know, but I clearly blanked. I mean, first you told me to meet you in the nave, the sacristy, narthex. Sorry, I still don't know.
Yeah.
But you did say fellowship hall, and that I knew. So I'm glad I finally found you.
Yes, because our big thing this week is that we are getting ready to start a new series on Jen and Jaime on a Thursday. And it fits in pretty perfectly with you getting lost because our next series is What About?
Yes. So our next series is going to dive deeper into what makes us uniquely Lutherans, but what also makes us uniquely Blessed Savior, such as the seasons of the church year, the locations in the place that you worship, the leadership, the governance of church, the rites and celebrations, the divine worship, all of those other things that we might have questions about.
Yeah, for a lot of you, these could be things that you learned way back when you went through confirmation class, or it could be something that if you became a new member here as an adult and did new member classes, maybe you learned when you came into membership with us later. However, for a lot of us, these are things that we learned and then quickly escaped our brain because it's not used every day.
Well, no, I mean, nave. You said nave. It's not in my everyday vocabulary. No. However, every single week that you're here at church, you sit in the nave.
Yep.
What is it? Don't know.
Don't know. So we're going to be looking at all of those different things that make us who we are, why we believe what we believe, why we do what we do. We know that you're probably going to have a lot of questions for us too as we go through, and so we're hoping to hit on some of the more popular, important topics, but we also know that you're going to have questions, and so we would love for you. Oh, yes, already.
I do. I have a question.
Yes, little girl in the back.
What does that little triangle mean in the hymnal that is usually by the last verse of a hymn?
Yes, we'll actually talk about that when we get to our What About Worship series.
So I can ask you any question.
Any question you want, and you know all of our favorite ways to get questions. Okay. Email, text message, stop us in the hallway, and our very favorite.
Yes.
Carrier pigeon.
We have installed a landing for those pigeons
outside
our window because you guys send so many questions.
They were coming all the time.
Yeah, they were. So we were like, landing gear. But on a serious note, yes, we hope that you will join us weekly as we learn more about us and being Lutheran and Blessed Savior.
Yeah, so join us next week. We'll kick off with the places in the church so that my dear friend here doesn't get lost when we get to do all of the things that we do. So first up will be the places within Blessed Savior. So if you have any questions specifically about the places within Blessed Savior, make sure that pigeon gets to us quickly.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where do I find the donuts, the cookies, and the coffee?
Ooh, that is during our fellowship hour. We will discuss exactly where you can find that.
All right. From Jen and Jaime,
we hope that you'll always be good,
great,
and wonderful.
We'll see you next time.